What if everything we know about human progress is wrong? What if humanity didn't slowly move forward, but jumped ahead, collapsed, and started again? Long before modern science, long before machines, there were societies that understood engineering, astronomy, urban planning, and nature at a level that still makes experts uncomfortable. They built cities without steel. They tracked the sky without satellites. They solved problems we are still struggling with today. And then, they disappeared. Not in stories, not in myths, in reality. Tonight, we are uncovering civilizations that history reduced to footnotes, but should have been warnings. Because when you understand how advanced they really were, one question becomes impossible to ignore. If they fell, what makes us think we won't? Welcome to Beyond Tomorrow. 6,000 years ago, in a land between two rivers, humans did something no one had ever done before. They invented civilization, writing, law, timekeeping, mathematics. They didn't just survive. They organized reality. They mapped the sky, tracked planetary motion, divided the day, the circle, the year, into systems we still use. This wasn't accidental knowledge. This was structured intelligence. And yet, this society collapsed. Cities abandoned, records lost, knowledge fragmented, which leads to a disturbing idea. If the foundation of civilization itself can vanish, nothing is permanent. Not even US.at the same time. On the other side of the world, another society quietly mastered city life. Perfectly aligned streets, advanced drainage, indoor plumbing, no massive palaces, no giant statues, no visible rulers, just function. This civilization focused on balance, not dominance. Clean water systems that many modern cities still lack. And then, without invasion, without clear disaster, they vanished. No grand collapse story, just silence, which is terrifying, because it suggests a society can be highly advanced and still disappear without leaving answers. The pyramids are treated like symbols. They are not. They are machines made of stone. Each block weighs tons, cut with accuracy that challenges modern tools, placed with alignment so precise it locks into Earth itself. This required planning, logistics, and understanding of forces far beyond trial and error. This was not primitive labor. This was controlled engineering. And yet, no written explanation exists, which forces an uncomfortable realization. When knowledge is not recorded properly, even the greatest achievements become mysteries. High in the mountains, without wheels, without iron, without writing, the Inca built structures that resist earthquakes. Stones shaped to lock together, not rigid, but flexible. They didn't fight nature. They adapted to it. Modern buildings crack. Their walls move and survive. This was intelligence shaped by environment. And when the system collapsed, that knowledge went with it, leaving behind ruins that still outperform modern design. Deep in the jungle, the Mayans studied the sky. For centuries, they predicted eclipses, tracked planetary cycles, built calendars so accurate they rival modern calculations, all without telescopes. This required long-term data collection, passed across generations. When their cities fell, that chain was broken, which teaches a brutal lesson. Knowledge does not disappear because it is wrong. It disappears because no one protects it. At this point, a pattern should feel impossible to ignore. Different continents, different cultures, Same result. Advanced understanding. Complex systems. Sudden collapse. These were not failures of intelligence. They were failures of continuity. And now, we are building a world more complex, more fragile than anything before. In one of the driest regions on Earth, where survival itself feels impossible, the Nabateans built cities that thrived. Not near rivers, not near lakes, in deserts. They engineered underground channels, rain capture systems, and hidden reservoirs that turned sudden storms into lifelines. Water was stored, protected, distributed with precision. Even today, engineers study these systems to solve modern water crises. And yet, when trade routes shifted, their cities faded. A reminder, even perfect systems depend on fragile balance. On the island of Crete, the Minoans built advanced cities with plumbing, ventilation, and earthquake-resistant design. Strangely, their cities had no defensive walls. They trusted trade, navigation, and diplomacy. Then, natural disasters struck. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis. A single chain reaction was enough to erase centuries of progress, which raises a chilling thought. Advanced societies don't always fall to enemies. Sometimes, nature only needs one chance. Angkor was once the largest city on Earth, not through armies, but through infrastructure. Massive reservoirs, canals, flood control systems that fed millions. The empire was powered by water management, but when climate patterns shifted, the system broke. Too much rain, then too little, and the city was abandoned. Proof that even the smartest designs can fail if flexibility is lost. This site should not exist. Built over 11,000 years ago, before agriculture, before cities, before settled life. Yet, massive stone pillars, carved with symbols, arranged with purpose. This wasn't survival behavior. This was planning, which means something shocking. Complex knowledge existed before civilization as we define it. And then, it was buried, intentionally. Why? No one knows. But it suggests that history may not start where we think it does. Different eras, different environments, same outcome. Advanced understanding, sophisticated systems, sudden disappearance. Not because they were stupid, but because complexity creates fragility. And now, look around. We are building systems, far more interconnected, far more dependent, far harder to repair, which leads to an uncomfortable realization. Progress does not guarantee survival. If you're still watching, you already understand something most people don't. History is not about the past. It's a warning system. The extinct civilizations were not failures. They were experiments. And we are the next version. The question is not how advanced we become. The question is what knowledge we protect when things go wrong. Because when civilizations fall, they don't just lose cities. They lose memory. This is beyond tomorrow. And the most dangerous myth of all is believing that collapse only happens to others.